clapping. Number 3. What is going on today? Can you stop moving? Should have been prepared, shouldn't I? Hi guys, here's 7 romance books to read for Valentine's Day. Now you know, this year, if you haven't got a Valentine, it doesn't matter. We don't care, because the fact is, you do. You have your book. I know which one I'd rather have. So disclaimer, most of these books do have a little bit of spice.
Naughty, naughty, you teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
Nothing too major. If you want something a little bit more tame, I can make another video for you.
Nice.
Okay, so we've got 7 books to talk about today. We're gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna tell you I keep clapping. I'm gonna tell you the trope. Starting off with book number 1, The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I know this is not a new book, none of these are new books, but they're great romance books. And maybe you've read some, and maybe you haven't read others. So there should be something in here for everyone. So the main trope throughout the whole book is fake dating, and it's done within an academic setting, so you've kind of got that romance in STEM, but it's a really, really nice one. Good romance, there's the perfect balance between the gut-wrenching moments and the happy moments, and I think it's a really, really nice one for Valentine's Day. Book number 2, you got another Ali Hazelwood book. You know, a few of them have been hits and misses, but I also quite liked this one I read recently called Love Theoretically. Again, that academic STEM vibe. However, this is a bit more of an academic rivals, academic enemies to lovers. It's about building up the confidence for the main character as well, and I just think it was a really nice one. It was harmless, certainly ticked all the romance boxes for me. Book number 3, moving on to a little workplace romance. You have The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. If you happen to be here and you're not a book person, there is a film of this book, which is also really good, so would recommend. I really liked this book because it has that nice balance between will they, won't they, you have the dynamics, the games they play with each other, and it's not particularly spicy, it just have little moments in there. And I think that one is quite a nice one. Just sit down, have a little read, get your book out on this Valentine's Day. Book number 4. We have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Now I have mentioned this book a couple times in my recent videos. Book Lovers is by Emily Henry, who is a very popular romance writer, and I'm sure she has lots of other fantastic books which I haven't explored yet. So, you know, if you have, let me know down below. Let me know what you'd recommend. This book is more small town setting, enemies to lovers vibe again. I liked this book because there was more to the plot than you thought there was going to be.
Well, duh.
So I would really recommend this one. It got all the little moments and the smiles, and that's exactly what you want for your little romance fix on Valentine's Day. Book number 5. Now technically this could be one of 3 books because it depends if you've read something from this trilogy before or if you're starting it. If you want to go into a bit more of a billionaire romance vibe, I would recommend Dreamland Billionaires trilogy by Lauren Asher. So the first book you have is called The Fine Print. You start with the youngest brother, and then you have the second book and the third book, which are about the 2 remaining brothers. There's also a bit of enemies to lovers in there. You have sort of the task element, so each brother is given a task to complete. That one is a really, really nice one. So if you want a good romance fix, you want a bit of a billionaire situation, these are the ones for you. Book number 6. So this one is a bit of a more obscure genre. So this is magical realism, applying it to a love story. This book is called The Dead Romantics. Sounds a little bit sus, but let me explain. Oh, this is by someone called Ashley Poston, I want to say. Could be Poston, please don't hate me. I think Poston feels right, so I'm gonna say Ashley Poston. I really liked this book. It was wholesome, it had a lot of elements I hadn't really read in a romance book before, and I think this would be a really nice one for Valentine's Day because it kind of juggles that magical realm to do with sort of ghosts, spirits, but it also has a funny love story going on at the same time, and it kind of has that dynamic where you kind of see a little bit of darkness, but it's primarily light, and I think it was a really, really nice story, a sort of magical vibe. That doesn't make any sense. This is gonna be so fun to edit later. Are some workplace elements in there as well as rivals to lovers, but predominantly It's more focused on the whole magical realism of the story, and I really, really like that. It was something completely different to anything I'd ever read before. Finally, book number 7. This is the book I would recommend, but it might require some prior reading, so, you know. I love the Bridgerton books. I love history, I love historical romance, I love enemies to lovers, I love it all. So it's no surprise that Bridgerton was going to feature in this video. They are probably my top favourite romance books, and they incorporate a lot of the tropes I like. My favourite Bridgerton book, granted, I haven't read them all yet, so this could change, but at the moment is Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, the Penelope and Colin story, and I've been obsessed with it ever since I read it. I'm so excited for the series, but I'm also nervous because I don't know how they're gonna do it, I don't know how they're gonna do it, I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Oh my god! What is that?
Pressure. But I would say start reading today. Now, disclaimer, in my opinion, Daphne and Simon's story is the worst, but once you get over it, you've entered into a whole new world of the Bridgerton romance, and it's addictive and you can't stop. I arguably would say if you have watched the series, go in with an open mind because there are obviously differences. I much preferred Anthony's story in the book. Doesn't mean I didn't love the series, I still love the series. I also would say arguably you can read them out of order. Within the first 3, you could read them kind of out of order and still get the gist. So if you start Simon and Daphne, you're not feeling it, maybe move on to the next one and then go back. But I would say read the first 3, then get to Penelope and Colin, because there's a few moments that I feel like you need to experience beforehand, you know. If you have any romance recommendations, put them in the comments below and we can have a little romance discussion. Share some of your favourites. I can maybe give them a little read. Well, anyway, it was a short and sweet one today, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed these recommendations. If you do give any of them a go, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!